up with it. This is for you, ginta, I think. So it's gonna do it. I'm not too versed in the matchup, but I'm pretty good at just analyzing decision making. So I should be able to do some pretty good analysis on your decision making process and just evaluating like your risk reward and all that fun stuff. Okay. I like using your platform movement to get around Luigi. I don't like the dash attack in the corner. In general, I think dash attacks in the corner are very... Like, this kind of dash attack is a very common habit for mid-level players. And, like, it's definitely something I think all players should cut out as much as possible. Like, this kind of reckless dash attack in the corner. Good shit. Okay, you're looking really good. Looking pretty darn fantastic right now. Okay, remember not to aerial directly into Luigi, especially at low percents, because he can just snare you. Okay, that's a fine trade. Grind your less dashes so that you get him invincible. And can left tilt him right here. Again, don't outpelt dash attack. It's like right here is just like when you I would rather see you just take center stage, like dash 3 and take center stage if he's gives you an opportunity like this. Gotta work on your dash attacks. We gotta work on not reverting, not flailing around with your dash attack. You want every move to be intentional. Your dash attacks kind of seem like you're just making. Your dash attacks seem kind of reckless and like you're not thinking through your actions when you play, and you're not considering other options. So definitely cut down on just random dash attacks into your opponent. Dash attack isn't that good at all. It's high reward, so I understand why you spam it. Oh, good shit, good edge guard. Yeah, you're looking super clean this set or this game. Fall down directly on top of Luigi. In general, falling down on top of any character is bad for Sheik. That's exactly where your other characters want to be against her. Okay. You just got a little bit unlucky with your fair spacing there. Okay, good job of avoiding coming down on top of Luigi. Oh, invisible ceiling? It was a mistake. You just acted as shield. You just acted as shield at the wrong time. That's fine. Understandable. Okay, good shit. Yeah, there's not a ton to note here other than the dash attacks. To cut down dash attacks. And also cut down dash attacks and also avoid coming down on top of Luigi. Remember, don't F tilt at low percents. This F tilt's gonna be gonna have 0 reward and it's high risk because you can get crouch cancel down smash. So be very careful about that. How'd you get hit? I guess you're trying to act and you got nared for it. Okay, there we go. I like that. I kind of just made a hard read on you. Not much you can do to like. There's not a ton you can do to avoid that there, because like they were good. What you were doing like good bears, good bowling aerials to keep him out, keep his way dash out. And again, there's you auto-piloting a dash stack. Really important that you don't do that. Especially because it was just one needle, it wasn't like a full stack at all. So it wasn't really enough to... Like, the needle wasn't enough hit stun to convert. Like, wasn't enough hit stun to convert into a combo opportunity for you. So just, like, something to note. Don't, like, try to avoid comboing. Like, going for combos off of single needles. Because pretty much every one of those, of any combo you get off of a single needle isn't going to be a true combo. It's only going to be dependent on it's only going to be a combo if your opponent messes up. Okay, you try to shield drop Ferrum, but you got fared back. Understandable. Yeah, I see you took the opportunity, you took this opportunity, like this situation is like somewhat advantageous for Sheik. Like if he was on the ground, I assume you were like, if he's grounded here, this is a really good situation for Sheik and a really good situation for shield drop fairing. But he tricked you up with his double jump here, and like he tricked you up with his double jump here, and fooled you into thinking you could fair him, which is not the worst thing that can happen. I mean, it's not really something you can like. It's not really something to improve that much. Like you just got beaten in the mix-up game. I guess it might mean that your shield drops are predictable and that he knows you'll shield drop in these kind of situations. Like he knows you'll shield drop fair in these kind of situations. So maybe that's something you can take away from it. But I don't think there's much. Like I think you were presented with what seemed like a good opportunity, and you took it, but the Luigi just mixed you up and punished you for it. Like I think the Luigi was very aware this is a good situation for Sheik, and he was just trying to fool you into thinking he'd land on the ground and then just like counter, like stuff your move with his nair, which is what happened, or with his fair rather. Oh, he thought he could get it. We're trying to dash attack in that situation. I'd bet any amount of money we're trying to dash attack in this situation. So that's a big thing I'm noticing. You would do a lot of like Hail Mary dash attacks, like a lot of, like most times you get to this spacing, like you're right here standing. So pretty much every time you get to this spacing, you're dash attacking, and I think Luigi is well aware of it at this point. I think very like pretty easily predicting that will happen, that you'll dash attack into him at this range. So he calls it out with an F tilt to stuff it, because F4 like dash attack actually hot trash at actually beating a hitbox. It's really pretty awful, because the hitbox on dash attack is behind and above like Sheik. It's like, so if Sheik's right here, this is her forward end. This is the front of Sheik. Dash attack hits like right here and behind her, like right here. So it's like a really bad move for actually beating an opposing move. So definitely, this is one of the big reasons why having a dash attack habit is so bad, because it's very easy to beat if you know it's coming. Like you can hold down, like you could have just held down and like crouch cancels it, I'm pretty sure. But he ends up just reading you for it. You just you misjudge your spacing on that bear. That's all that happens. Is he gonna take this? Oh wow, okay. Looks like you're having a little bit of trouble. Oh, there's the dash attack again. Like that's I'm gonna make a note of that right now. That is pretty egregious. Cut down. You autopilot. Dash attack a lot. Try not using it. And finding alternatives. Don't flail. Every dash attack. You shouldn't throw out dash attacks. Without thinking. Okay, moving on. There's another one. You could have actually. I'm pretty sure you could have run cancel down tilted him there and gotten a punish. Like, got the combo. Like, if you run cancel down tilt or jab or F tilt, I think you combo Luigi here. If you not walked, you could have grabbed him there. What'd you get punished for? Weak nair to down smash, really not that good. Just because the nair does weak nair does pretty much no shield damage, like no shield stun, and it's not really going to, does so much so little shield stun and it hits high, so your opponent's gonna be able to roll out and avoid the down smash. God damn, Luigi's coming back, and that's it. Oh, or not. Yeah, okay, that's it. Okay. Definitely looks like there's some things you can clean up in your game. I think dash attacking is honestly the biggest thing I'm noticing. I feel like that's what's gotten you into the most trouble. Also low percent F tilt's another thing. So be careful. Low percent F tilts. Low percent wave dash F tilts. Shield. Dash Luigi. You can get crouch cancelled very easily. Yes, hide down very easily. Okay. Okay, I like the needles. I like the fair. I think in this situation, I think you might be able to Rising Fair him and beat out his hitbox. I think Rising Fair has enough disjoint to beat out that hitbox of Luigi's. Actually, let's look at frame data SSBM. Let's look at the downer hitbox. Okay, that's actually a pretty fat hitbox. So maybe just dash dance on the ground and try and whiff punish his aerial, or just back air him. Backer would probably be good if you could get kind of above him like this, trying to aim for his head. That would actually probably work because Bear's hitbox is diagonal, so it would probably. I think that would be the play here. I guess you tried to Rising Fair him, but it didn't work out. 1 second, change music. Okay, anyways. Moving on. Okay, again, be careful about coming down directly on top of. Be careful about coming down directly on top of any character. It's really important that you avoid that as much as possible, because pretty much every character is going to be looking for that situation, going to be like looking for that position, and trying to exploit Sheik. And so it's really important you don't just give people a strong situation, like just give people an opportunity to hit you. I should avoid coming down on top of Luigi or any character. So you can try to avoid coming down on top of Luigi or any character. Pretty much every character. Character wants to be below Sheik. Boxes. Poor hitboxes below her, because the downer is actually does not have much of a hitbox below it. Like there's pretty much no disjoint on downer. Most of the hitbox is like in the middle and above the Sheik. There. Like if they're Peach, like Sheik pretty much only has disjoint above her on downer. So definitely something to be aware of. Like thinking about like your landings are very important to think about with Sheik. Just because she doesn't really have any strong ability, like she doesn't have much ability to actually contest the space below her. So you have to make sure that you're landing in space that is not covered by your opponent. Like make sure you're not landing directly on top of your opponent. Really is the most important thing. And that's why you got punished for. That's why you, Ginta, got punished pretty hard here. Because you came down directly on top of Luigi, you got down smash for it. You came down directly on top of him with downer, you got punished for it. Oh, thanks for the follow. Oh, thanks for the follow, Ginta. Glad to see you here. So notes so far are you auto pellet dash attack a lot. Try not using it for a friendly session and finding alternatives. Because like you flail with it a lot. Like pretty much every time you get into dash stack range, you almost always dash stack. And Luigi starts reading that pretty hard. Like he started reading it pretty hard towards the end of game 1. He started punishing you with it. Like one time he saw that he was at dash stack range, he just immediately put an F tilt out, which stuffed you. You shouldn't throw dash attacks without thinking. You should at least be very intentional. You should be putting thought and intention into every one of your hitboxes. Be careful with low percent way dash F tilts at a shield to punish Luigi, because you can get crouch cancelled or ASDI down very easily. And try to avoid coming down directly on top of Luigi, like you do. Like you do right here. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about when I say don't come down directly on top of Luigi. Because like pretty much every character will, like every player who's getting a Sheik will be looking to get under her when she's in the air and punish her for it. So it's really important you don't give them situations like this for free. Just like it's important just because you can, like pretty much all of your moves that you can use in this situation get crouch cancelled or like aren't very good at contesting this space. So like don't give people an opportunity for free, pretty much. And I can tell you're pretty skilled in the matchup. I think the only real problem I've noticed is that you like your dash attack habit, and also that you wait dash a shield like to F tilt when F tilt's not going to lead to anything, like at low percents. But otherwise, I really like how you use aerials to wall out Luigi. I like how much you take advantage of his slow aerial mobility and like zip around on the platforms to try and find opportunities on him. That's the good stuff. Good stuff. Good shield grab. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is all good. All very good stuff. Dash attack worked out there. But let's look at the situation. So again, you're just seeing, you're reacting to this spacing pretty much every time with dash attack. And I mean, there are some situations where boost grab would be much better, just because boost grab reaches out further than dash attack. Let's look at dash attack. Like this, look at this hitbox. This hitbox is terrible at contesting space in front of you. Whereas boost grab is actually pretty good because it just boost grab covers a lot of space in front of you. It's very effective at punishing someone from being in front of you. Like punishing someone from being in range, like in that dash attack range that you like to dash attack from. Oh, what in tarnation? Oh, grab ledge? Yeah, okay. Ugh. Okay. I like the idea behind that back air. I think it was just a very good idea. Just didn't work out. God fucking Twitch. Again, you just came down directly on top of Luigi and got punished for it. Again, you got punished for coming down directly on top of him. And these downers, I think, are pretty questionable. I'm not a huge fan of these downers, just because. Also, again, you land on top of them. You could have just gone on the platform here. Okay, I guess downers are warding on hit there. But it's just not a fantastic idea when Luigi can contest that space with up tilt pretty easily. Okay. Yeah, you're dead. You're dead, skis. Oh, this guy's gotten so lucky with misfires this set. You're so ridiculously lucky. Another one? Okay, you got him. We got him, Chief. Oh man, I'm getting really hungry. I'm probably gonna stop analysis after this game. Okay, just up tilt him there. Turn around, up tilt him there, because you can lead into an up air off of it. You could do short hop up air as well off that. But up tilt is gonna be probably your best option. You can't really do it too late, so you might not be able to get both hits out of it consistently. But it'll definitely, it'll probably lead to some sort of conversion most of the time. I mean, I would say pretty much every time. Could have nared him there. Could have done late nair. Okay, good punish. Another one? Oh my god. God damn it. This guy. How's he getting so much RNG? It's actually insane this match how many misfires is he on this match. Like he's gotten I think like 6 at this point. Like probably 6 or 7. Like I think he got a misfire on Battlefield, like a misfire 2 on Battlefield, like fucking 4 or 5 this game. Oh, that's just okay. Here we go. Oh, please kill this plumber. Okay, no. Okay, we got him. Okay, what was the situation? He just got you with some old-fashioned shield pressure, some old-fashioned jab shield pressure. Oh, like he just lost the mix-up game there. Not too much to analyze. Okay. There's no real need to double jump there, and it was what got you punished. Like maybe you're trying to catch his way dash forward with the needle, or you're trying to catch his way dash forward with the fastball fair, maybe. But it just let him set up an aerial on you. So I guess be careful about recklessly using your double jump. So I think the note to take away from that. I mean, you've been pretty solid with it so far. You've been pretty good at not like. Oh, okay, now you're dead. I'll analyze until like the half hour mark. Until 3:30 for me. Hmm. Yeah, you're kind of just trading a lot with Luigi here. And I don't feel like I have much to say about. Oh god. Oh dear lord. Like it feels like I don't have a ton to say about this stuff. But I'll tough it out. Okay, I can see why you did the grab here, but you weren't close enough to whiff punish him there. You could have, like, if anything, you could have whiff punished him with the try to whiff punish him with just like fair pressure. You could just like short hop at him and faired. I think that's something you don't see you doing a lot when you get into like boost grab or dash attack range. I don't see you being aggressive with short hop fairs, especially against Luigi. It's just like being aggressive with your short hop aerials is just so strong against him. Because he doesn't really have any hitboxes for contesting the space above and in front of him, so you can like be pretty aggressive with how you fair at him or how you back air at him. Good stuff. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like that's exactly what I mean when I'm telling you to be aggressive with your aerials. Like I think that's the best way to play the matchup. Like the best way to play against a lot of the floaty mid tiers. Just gotta you just gotta keep Sammy stalling. Keep Sammy stalling. Don't let him get the ledge. You're doing it pretty well in game 1. I don't know what happened. There we go. There we go. Up tilt that, turn around, up tilt that. Remember to be careful about overcommitting against Luigi. I can see you were trying to hit his, assuming he would drift forward. Trying to hit him out of his, out of him drifting forward. But I think a lot of the time you have, you get yourself into patterns. I've noticed that you'd like to do things in threes. And, I think this Luigi is predicting when he sees you do two of the same thing in a row that you'll do a third thing and do the same thing a third time. I noticed him that he you short hop Bear to wall him out 2 times, to wall his wave dash in game 1, and then the third time he read and just aerialed you, got above you and aerialed you. So that might be something. That's something to think about, about recognizing patterns both in your own play and in play of others, and breaking it down with a rule of 3. Because that's a very common thing in top level melee. A player like PP or Leffen or Mango, or pretty much any top level player will do something twice in a row so the opponent expects them to do it a third time, and instead on the third time they do something totally different that beats the counterplay to the option they were doing before, and which then makes doing something 3 times in a row mix up. Because you can't tell whether your opponent's going to break the pattern, make the pattern or break the pattern. So definitely something to be aware of when you're in your own play. Here, I think the same thing happened with that fair the Luigi got. Ooh, almost. Oh, that Randall messed it up. I think he would have had the ledge though, even without Randall. Okay, is he dead? I gotta turn around up air. Now, I'm noticing that you don't really turn around on your aerial, on your aerial punches off grab, which is really important. Okay, good stuff, avoiding coming down on top of him. Alright, let's go. Just nair him there. Because he can just hit you if you weak bear him. So just nair him instead. Actually, let's look at that again. Let's see if we could have gotten anything else off it. I think you could have gotten up tilt off it. I think you could have gotten up air off it. So he's drifting left. So I think you could have gotten turnaround up tilt or turnaround up air. You could have gotten turnaround short hop up air, so you don't just up air straight into it, put yourself into his nair. Anything else you could have done? You can also nair here if you want to just take the damage and run. You can do full hop nair drifting to the platform or short hop nair. I think boost grab might have been better. I think if you turn around up air him there, you get a fair off of it. Remember not to come down top people with weak back air. I guess you may have thought it was strong back air. I don't see how you could think that was strong back air. Remember to stay away. Staying away from this situation is really important. Or Luigi just crouching under you. And try you could have wave landed to the top platform and short hop needle to the middle. You could have you could have drifted further in, like further into the stage, and like that got a sweet spot backer, I think. Again, Luigi got under you, so he was able to punish you for it. Okay, now I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I'm gonna cut the VOD here.